So first thing, we'll take a look at Bitcoin, then we'll look at Ethereum, then I will explain recent trades we took, or I mean I took at least, and then we'll go on some requests. So yeah, right now I'm still in this long currently on Bitcoin from 113k, and I exited 90% of the position, so like basically holding just a little bit till the final TP. But like once Bitcoin came here close to the Monday high, I started exiting just because I was not sure if we are going to sweep it. Like it looked like equal highs, right? And then price dropped a little bit, and then we got the sweep, and I exited here and here even more. So yeah, my next TPs are like just above all the highs, and then I think on this line. And why on this line? Because it's the weekly level. Like if we go on weekly, and let's remove the Monday range, let's see. So right, we have basically two weekly opens here, so that will definitely be some resistance, and I think that must be like no, it's not a monthly level, but yeah, nonetheless I expect this to be resistance. And if we check out Fibonacci's, like not exactly from here, but if we use the high from here, it's just at the golden pocket, right? And on daily, yeah, this whole zone will definitely be some resistance. So like from here, what you can expect on Bitcoin, probably price will push a little bit higher into the box, and then one of two things will happen. Either we reject below and maybe chop or like take out these lows, or you will see price pump into, reject a little bit, but reclaim and like just chop and eventually take out the highs. So yeah, that's why I took most of the profits, and right now I am not looking for trades till next week. So yeah, that's pretty much in Bitcoin. We played shorts and longs inside here. I'm really happy, to be honest, with the performance. And yeah, like first target of resistance is hit. Now we just wait what happens, if the rejection zone is here or it could be here. But yeah, let's say like Bitcoin goes a little bit higher and starts chopping and coming down, you have a nice OB on daily here, right? So what you could do actually is like maybe something like this. Lows are your stop loss, but honestly I would like put it here just below the OB, the order block, and then either you are targeting the highs, and that's still good, like you get a 3R trade, or you like put it somewhere in price discovery and like you can get a pretty good risk to rewards. That's one option, like just to quickly put it out. And yeah, if we narrow it down on H12, you don't have anything clean. So yeah, somewhere in this zone I would expect, if we get a nice rejection, to price to come down and like chop here, or But yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm not interested to rush into stuff. One thing, like with Bitcoin, if we zoom out a little bit, like this drop is nothing much. Like let's see, it's not even a 10% drop, 9%. That's like nothing. And this push up is only what 4% one. So like nothing major happened. Like here, this is just a small pump. We didn't get like anything like this, right? So yeah, it was fun. We longed, exciting, like made some profits, but don't get too hyped up, right? Don't get too hyped up, because like it's totally possible that Bitcoin comes here, we chop, like a little bit of a distribution, and we just nuke down again, right? Keep that in mind, because like on daily I am still watching lower, right? Because the confluences are pretty nice. Like you have this zone here, or maybe like you could also look at all these highs as support, but like this zone here would be for me to go like to risk a lot of money on a swing long, right? Otherwise I was just scalping the movement. So yeah, and yeah, let's explain that. Why am I looking at this zone below 110k? Because like you could say, yeah, we pumped up, structure might change, we are bullish. So yeah, I don't think a lot of people want to see this. I'm looking at the USDT dominance, right? My initial target here for a bottom was this Fibonacci, but like front run it a bit. Not important anymore. The important thing here is like yeah, when USDT dominance pumped, of course Bitcoin was dumping here. Sadly didn't short anything, like missed the whole move down. And once USDT was hitting the red box, my idea was, or like plan, that it's going to reject. But at the time when let's go back. Right, at the time when I cannot. Okay, whatever. At the time when USDT dominance was here, I was not sure that we will reject so nicely. It was totally possible that like we would pump here, and that would send Bitcoin to all-time highs and reject after. But yeah, one of two scenarios played out. We rejected. On these green candles I posted a few shorts. Yeah, and we can also like show that not this one, these two shorts, right? I posted these two trades, and that's pretty much in line with a few green candles on USDT. But like the whole idea was that USDT should do a ABC move down, and in my opinion that is still unfolding, meaning Bitcoin could go higher, right? But yeah, nice little ABC down, and I'm watching the golden pocket between 4.3% and 4.7%, because like what we can expect is for USDT to come here and not like bounce sharply up, but like come down, build a bottom, go lower, go higher, and slowly, just like here, you know, you get a lot of chop. Like let's see, you get what 2 weeks of chop, right, on USDT, and in that time Bitcoin was also chopping, and all of a sudden you get like a sharp move, and that was a sharp move on Bitcoin as well. So yeah, keep that in mind, because like I had problems with confidence about my plan, because USDT was just chopping and I started to question myself and made stupid trades that were losses just because like I didn't trust the process. So lesson learned, and yeah, expect some chop, maybe not a direct bounce, but like the plan here is that USDT, once we hit the golden pocket, next target is here, so 4.8%, and that is basically a 10% move up, right? And let's say Bitcoin goes a little bit higher, like let's say here, that would be like, yeah, basically we would get another flush down into this demand here. Yeah, I know, yeah, USDT could definitely go, where is it? Could go down first, but like I feel that target was maybe just front run, you know, like yeah, because most of the time I just look at the daily because lower time frames do not match up with the daily, so I count that as invalid. Yeah, but to like zoom out, don't think like I am planning like a move up on USDT only. My target is like definitely this Fibonacci, and mainly here 3.8%, right? Yeah, it's possible, like we hit the golden pocket, we could bounce into a lower high, right, and then flush down. That would probably give a higher low on Bitcoin. Let's go on 4 hour. On Bitcoin, if that happens, we should see something like this, maybe a little bit higher and a flush down. Like you have a pretty nice OB here, so like, and that is inside the daily one, so like you could get something like this, right? And that's pretty nice trade if we get it. So yeah, right now my plan, like just thank you Sweeper for mentioning that. Yeah, exactly, that's my idea, right? I started doing TA on USDT, honestly, like properly. Before I didn't care much about it, like here. And yeah, if you check out in the Discord, we called a bottom here, and we called a top around here, but like it was not pretty accurate. But still, like I'm happy with my TA, and also called a bottom here, but like was still messy, right? Not clean. So two plans, right? Two main scenarios I will have right now. One, USDT comes here into the golden pocket, like this Fibonacci ratio, and we will see a bounce into the daily OB, daily supply, and only after that we will see another move down. So that basically should, if that happens, right, Bitcoin should do something like this. A little bit higher, down, and all-time highs. Like simplified a lot. Something like this should happen on Bitcoin if, let's call it, plan A. So yeah, that's plan A. And the other scenario, that is, I mean, both are bullish, but like one will give a deeper pullback before up. The next scenario is like we come into the golden pocket, bounce into a lower high, and then we move to my last target, 3.8%. So let's make that plan B. So both scenarios, right, share one thing. start taking profits and maybe look for shorts in short term, like probably in the next week or two. But eventually I expect we get a Bitcoin all-time highs again, and USDT will come into this zone. Like, you know, you cannot know precisely where it's going to bottom, but let's say this zone between 4% and 3.8. And yeah, like to track that better, maybe we can put a trend line on something like this, maybe. I think that makes sense to have this trend line, and like if we get a breakout, then we say okay, plan A has a better chance. What do you guys think? Do you agree with that? Or like, because to me that would be only like tool to determine which one has a bigger probability. So yeah, that's pretty much Bitcoin out of all trades, and probably my next move will be to short it. But I will leave that to late Sunday and next week. This week I'm pretty happy and I don't feel like taking any trades anymore. Like maybe something that we can look for is like set up a trend line here as well, right? And let's say like if we get like a nice break on price, then we can assume we could test these lows. Let's take a look at something else. Like I want to see the range volume profile. Yeah, you have your POI, like point of control, here at 118k, and you also have like a nice supply here, right? Like this, something like this. So, and that would make sense because USDT has to go lower. I mean, has to, it doesn't, but like my plan is that it will go lower, so something like this. So yeah, that's that on Bitcoin. Let's go on the trades themselves, like because some people requested like that I explain the trades in Bitcoin, why and how I took them. So let's see. Oh yeah, let's start up here. Like before this small dump, because it's not like a big correction happened, like this was my plan, right? We had a nice 4-hour order block here when these lows formed, and my idea was that like Bitcoin will drop but not much and we will start moving to all-time highs, and that got invalidated like a lot because like we went lower. So let's remove that. But yeah, pretty much let's like go back and on H4. So like what you can see on H4, you have this red candle. This is your OB, right? Like this one. And what you want to do, I mean what I do, is I just take like a box magnet tool and like from top to bottom I mark it out. Like I don't know, you can have a special box saved up, and like this is your OB, right? And I always mark out the middle line here. So yeah, that is my zone where I want to look for a long position, and then I go on H1. So on H1 you can see like the entire move down, like this H4 OB makes sense, right? And then what I see is like this red candle here, and that is my H1 OB. And what will I do here? Same thing, select a box, magnet tool, top to bottom, top to bottom, and let's mark it differently. Let's say like this. So this is my H1 OB, and again I want the middle line. So what I see here basically is that the middle line is higher than this one. So what I would do, like I did, I would place an entry here, and ideally stop loss would be below H4 OB, because like the idea is like price should come to the order block, test it, and like bounce. It should not come below and inside and up. That's not valid by my way of trading. So trade idea, enter inside the OB, and stop loss can be like just below it, right? And in this case you can put it below the lows, but in this case we didn't do that. We did something different. Like my stop loss was higher because I had confidence, right? I had confidence that we will not go below this H1 OB. To be honest, like this choppy price action killed my confidence in my plan, right? Stupid of me, because like originally the entry was like this, right on spot on H1 OB middle line, because I always place my entry on the middle line. I don't place entry on the top, on the bottom, always inside in the middle. And you can basically see that on like all my trades if you go back and check that out, right? So yeah, the idea was like this should be the setup, and then of course stupid me started doubting myself and moved the entry up, because like on 30 minutes you had setup or a little bit higher, because you could also say you have these highs, right? Let's mark them out, and price will like just come down, test the highs and bounce up. So in that case yeah, let's play it out, play it a little bit faster. So yeah, price came down, and like the interesting thing was, right, look, it came right into the middle line of H4. So to be honest, this was not my best setup, and I did not respect my strategy or like myself, or I doubted myself, because the ideal optimal trade would be this on the middle line of H4 and like target above. And yeah, went up, and I was targeting upper liquidity, and that never happened, and like some take profits were hit, and then like exited on the break even. So yeah, that's that, the first trade explained. And yeah, let's go back. So the next one was, oh yeah, and we took some shorts on the New York sessions here, like 2 shorts into a long, and basically same concept. I will explain shorts down here, so we can skip that. Here you can see like one bad trade I posted that was like instant stop loss hit, I think. I was looking at the again H1 OB, so like I wanted to enter in the middle, but one mistake I did here that like was pretty stupid. Let's see. Like I think that previous daily high, like PDH, was here, and previous daily low was here. So why was this trade stupid? Because you have a range here, and range lows were swept, and I was entering just below range highs, and that was also swept. So instead, what I should have done, I mean, in this case, like I would be stopped anyway, but entry should be after range highs get swept. So yeah, stupid move, but like no big deal. Okay, so that was the long, and yeah, let's look at the, then we took this short, right? So yeah, let's go on h4. Honestly, on h4 you could not identify a nice OB here. It was pretty messy, and sometimes I like to go on the other candles, Henkai Ashi ones, and like if I cannot find an OB on h4, I will go on h1. So yeah, on h1 you can basically see some demand here, like the white candles or supply. Like this entire box is your supply, or like resistance, or like bearish OB, doesn't matter really how you call it. And like I don't remember actually, like I think I was looking at definitely this supply, but let's see what was the supply and something else. I think yeah, it was on 30 minutes, like the OB here. So basically, and I always mark them like h1 hey A, like is basically when I'm using the Henkai Ashi, and like if I would have it marked out like OB, I would be on the normal chart. And I always mark out the daily open, New York open, and the New York Stock Exchange open, because there's a difference. For take profit I was using the Fibonacci's, and oh yeah, so like when I posted this short, what I was looking at was you have equal highs here on the left side, right? So I was a little bit worried that price will want to take that out and stop me out before going down, and I was looking at the liquidity here. That was also the weekend lows, right? And one more thing why I took the short is let's find it. Yeah, okay, so this was the Elliott wave resistance. So like my OB was also confluent with Elliott waves. So yeah, that gave me some confidence, and in this case I think like let's where is this? Okay, let's clean that up and go on smaller time frames. In this case your highs on the weekend were here, so let's mark that out. These are your weekend highs, and you can see price swept them before reversing. Like Monday opens and shoots up into these highs, taking them out, and then you get like a Monday high here, right? So this is your Monday high. Let's mark that blue, and lows from the weekend were here, never touched, but like idea is like price took out the lows from the highs, sorry, from the weekend, and after that happens we should see like a move down, right? I will also explain that like a little bit later, but yeah, basically we wanted to see that move because like we also longed at the lows, but yeah, that comes a little bit later. So we took the short, and to be honest, like when this chop was happening, I started to lose confidence in the position, like that we will get stopped out, and I was almost about to close, but yeah, held through some pain and paid out. So the next short was here. This one was a little bit nicer, and still like I marked out the New York's like daily open and New York open, and this was on Tuesday. So the whole Monday range, you know where the high is and the low. So yeah, on 30 minutes you had a pretty nice OB here, like the white candle, this one. So that is my order block, and this is the middle line. So you can see my entry was on the middle line, and also with that I think we had like a golden pocket, like let's see, yeah, pretty much I entered on the middle line of OB from 30 minutes, but you had a golden pocket a little bit higher, and my stop loss was basically at the previous entry from this short from 1 day prior. And what I did, like just added to this position, I did not take like a fresh position on this one. But yeah, in this case this OB was disrespected, but like price bounced from the Fibonacci level, so played out, happy that I took it and did not panic close. Nothing more to say about it. Let's find the long position. So yeah, that was basically scalping, and this is like the main play from this week. And yeah, let's break it down. So we had Monday low here and Monday high here, and the range from the weekend at least highs that was swept. So my next idea was like, you have the H1 OB, or like in this case it's a breaker because price went up, and it's like demand or support, right? On H4 nothing clean, to be honest, like just H1, and like you have your breaker, but even if you ignore that, right, you have a nice OB right here, and let's make it the same. So you have that 1 hour candle, a breaker. Oh, Bitcoin is pumping, damn. Didn't see that. That's pretty fire, to be honest. Like, I think I am fully out of the position by now. That's awesome. So yeah, you have this OB, that breaker, and also you can check that with the Fibonacci, golden pocket, and the 0.786 just below, right? And if that's not enough for you, we had oh, I don't have that here. Okay, doesn't matter. Basically, the 50-day moving average on daily was like something like this. Oh, damn it. I think it was something like this. I'm not completely sure, but yeah, we can check it here. No, yeah, see, this is the 50-day moving average. So you had plenty of confidence to long at the 113k. So that's what we did. We longed, right? Like entry, honestly, could be better, but I can't complain. And also, like, yeah, 30 minutes order block. I don't look at 2 hours, but like in this case I did. So you have also that OB, and you could enter right on the lows in the middle line, but like, yeah, that's why I took the trade. And then what was the target? Monday highs. Why? Because like Monday lows, that got swept. So the next logical target are these highs, the equal highs I mentioned before, and the Monday high, right? To be honest, like right now I sound confident, but when we were chopping inside of here, I was not confident at all. I was scared that we will not pump and like just dump like this. So to be honest, something is like the plan and the strategy, but like in this case, I think it was also some luck, but like let's say it was not just luck, it was also some planning, because on USDT dominance, like that was Tuesday, right? Tuesday was a green candle, Bitcoin dumped, and on Wednesday USDT started dumping, as was my ABC Elliott wave, like, or whatever that yeah, that ABC I had. So basically also by the USDT, my idea was that Bitcoin should move up, right? But yeah, of course, like, you know, even if I make a plan, I will start to question it, because you never know what market will do. So yeah, I hope that like you guys found that valuable. That's basically how I traded here, and it was I'm pretty happy. Like, shorted the entire move down and longed the entire move up. Honestly, probably one of my best weeks lately, because like when Bitcoin was pumping to all-time highs, I was sidelined pretty much. So I'm super happy about this. Yeah, and like we can look at something else. I posted that like before I went to bed to sleep, like yesterday. This was the second long I wanted to take, right? And you can see like Fibonacci's, but like from here, and bounced right from the golden pocket, and I did not get filled. Why? Basically because I was entering on the middle line of the OB, right? You have a nice H1 OB here, that's the pink one, and you have a nice one on 30 minutes, and that's the blue one, like here, and both middle lines were lower. So yeah, didn't get filled, but like still I cannot complain. I was already long. But yeah, basically the same strategy here, but in this case it did not work. Like, and I also took like a small short, like same thing pretty much, but like this one I was quickly out, you know, H1 OB. And on this one a lot of people yeah, fuzzy bastard, you didn't get filled, right? With because like on this one I think I was the only one who got filled, it was this sniper, it was insane. Basically, I mean, you just make a box, like it's not rocket science. Top to bottom, right? Bam, bam, okay. Bam. Middle line, that is your entry, of course. I do not recommend that you should like just put a box on a chart, look at where the middle line is and jump in here, you know, golden pocket, right? I was using these highs, these lows, golden pocket, and I just used these two things to enter because I was scared that the long will get stopped out or something. I wanted to hedge myself and like scalp to make more money. Or yeah, and like if you I can't no, I cannot show that. Basically this dump was Asia session, right? Asia session dump and Asia session pump. So yeah, this was the short, like, and yeah, that's pretty much how I traded Bitcoin so far in August. Did you ever spread several? Honestly, no. I just like took the middle line on OB and that was it. I never considered like DCAing. I DCA'd on altcoins, right? And like this is one strategy, like, and basically the same strategy but done a little bit differently was the Sui long I posted. So let's go on H4. Yeah, H4. Here, same thing. OB, right? Middle line. Yeah, for sure. We could be entering at a better time, right on the middle line, but like I didn't care if the entry is perfect because like my focus was on something else, right? Monday high, Monday low. What you can see, price swept the low, and guess what? You are targeting highs. So once I saw H4 close inside the range, I just longed. But actually, I'm lying. I just market bot, and I said to you guys, if the H4 will close inside the range, I'm staying in the position, and if it closes below, I will close it. So yeah, closed above, some fuckery, but like eventually pumped up to Monday high. My second TP was here. You can probably guess that was also an OB, right? Let's see. Yeah, this is not as clean, but like it's fine for me. Like, right, second TP was here or here, I don't remember, but like this was a super clean trade. So yeah, that's basically how I took some trades lately. I am mostly using this strategy, and I'm happy with it, honestly, because I was trying a lot of stuff in the past, and this seems to be like something that is for me, and it's pretty simple as well, right? You don't have what are they called? You don't have the MACD, the RSI, all that fucking weird shit. I mean, I don't understand it. Like, you just look at the levels, right? You put on a box, and like this, that's it. Yeah, someone requested what's that? Syrup coin. Same concept, or like same way of doing TA. One thing, like if we go on a weekly, what you can see, right? This weekly candle open is flat, so that's a draw on liquidity. Like usually when you have a flat candle, I mean that doesn't mean always, but like if it's a weekly level, price may want to take that level out. And you also have a flat open here. If we go on daily, that's pretty clean, right? This is your daily OB, middle line, and it's right on the weekly open. So in this case, yeah, you could enter just on based on OBs here, but because you know that you have a weekly level just above, you know, you can look at Fibs, and like the golden pocket is like inside, and you have the upper Fibonacci here. So honestly, here I would do something differently. You have this massive wick, so let's look at a wick fill, right? I would target the 50% of the wick, and on H12 nothing, and if we go on H4 also nothing. I mean, not the best chart, like to, in this case, short, but I would definitely target what here 54 cents, maybe 57 cents as your TP, because like someone is long. So yeah, pretty much that. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, like if you want something else, let me know. The main thing I wanted to do is done, to show the strategy, or like at least explain a little bit, right? Because one thing is the strategy and the other part is you, how you think, how you feel. Like that affects the whole strategy a lot, in my opinion. Like, what is your risk? Are you risking 50% or like 2%? And yeah, stuff like that. Oh yeah, I can show that as well. Same strategy, same strategy. XLM, I wanted to take it and post it, but like I was afraid it will hit a stop loss, or like it's too risky, and like of course I don't want to post shit trades. So yeah, basically you have your H4, and again Monday highs, Monday lows, right? Monday lows get swept, so like if you are late to the party, you can do this, but that's like 1.7, not the best. Then the next thing, like a little bit riskier, would be like this H4 OB, and middle line, let's say it's here, but you would not get filled really. I was looking at H1, I think, not even that. I was looking at smaller time frames, probably 30 minutes, or yeah, I was looking at 30 minutes. Like you can find an OB here, right? This red candle, and I draw a box. Entry was in the middle, stop loss was on the lows, right? And take profit Monday highs, and like what? In one day, a little bit longer, this would play out like almost, right? I would exit partially up, but it will be like 6-hour trade. And that's how I posted some trades in the past that were high risk to reward ones. But when you try to, what I found out, when you try to be really sniper like this, you need some luck, because here price went below. So in this case, If your stop loss was below, you would be stopped out, right? That's why I would put it below these lows. Something that could also happen, because it was 30 minutes, we could make like new low and pump up. But yeah, pretty much same thing with OBs and Monday range. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like how I am trading lately, the whole thing. Like, it's not that complicated, because I mean, I like it to keep it simple, right? Not too many things going on. So yeah. Hello. Like I'm the one, right? Or did I say that wrong? Your username. How are you doing? So yeah, guys, that's like the main thing I wanted to show today. Bitcoin is still pumping, and USDT still has to reach the target, and I'm fully out of all trades, fully out. And by the looks of it, we are going a little bit higher. Like, let's see the Fibonacci. Yeah, we are honestly, I would say, like, definitely we are going to 118k. Looks pretty certain at the moment. And yeah, from there we will see how it goes. Like, we still have this range, right? Highs and lows, and we are slowly reclaiming the lows, and here we can definitely anticipate like up, maybe chop, and some flush down. Maybe we test the lows as a reclaim, I mean after the reclaim, and then up, and here is your next entry, and like stop loss maybe below here, and your target, and that's like 4.8 R. That seems pretty good. What do you think of this one? I'm the one. Like, this looks like a decent swing trade to me. And I know you posted like something similar, but I think, like, yeah, basically your entry, I think it's like right there. So that, I think, would be a plan B on USDT, right? Also fine with me, like, as long as we make a good trade, I don't care which direction it is. So yeah, and let's just see. Yeah, and I guess in that case maybe we get a week down, like to this OB here, bounce up, but it doesn't really matter that much. Daily closing like a little bit less than 4 hours, and looks like it's going to be super strong. But honestly, I don't expect any crazy movement, because like we are still in this zone, or like coming to this zone. We'll see. So yeah, Fuzzy Bastard, was that like enough explanation for you? Like, because you are the one that asked. Okay, yeah, cool. Hope you found some value, or like that makes sense, or maybe you can use it for yourself. Yeah, I completely stopped that. Definitely. I mean, how many times lately did you see me use a pitchfork? I don't think it was a lot. 0.31 I maybe use, like, honestly, just to double check myself, but almost never. So yeah, I abandoned the old ways, you could say. Oh, yeah, I mean, I was doing some crazy setups when the market didn't punish me using that. But like, I also lost a lot with that strategy, because the problem is, like, if you put a pitchfork on chart, on price, right? You don't, like, just a pitchfork, just that line, right? You don't understand what the price is doing. So lately I try to be more like a price action trader. Like, all my entries are based on OBs, and OB is basically just price. Like, it's not nothing else than just price. And yeah, of course, I made some pretty good trades on pitchforks, but like, I mean, like, even here, like this is a solid, I guess, solid example. Let's say, you know, you use this pitchfork, okay, sure, bounced, but let's say you use the original, you would get, I mean, depending on your stop loss, but you would get stopped out, right? Because you didn't understand what the price was doing, and at that time USDT was pumping a lot. And yeah, I mean, I feel like I am better now with this way of trading than before, because, like, yeah, sure, those setups that you talk about were in November. Like, I think everyone made money in November last year, right? But in January, February, and later, those things really did not work. Like, let's go back on Bitcoin, because, like, we can do this. Like, sure, you know, you get a bounce, but like, it breaks after, and like, the bounce is pretty shit. Yeah, I mean, I just like this better. And one thing as well is, like, I don't know, I was just curious what was there, like, more than just that, you know. I wanted to learn something new, and like, then I did swing trading, like just Monday range, but that was not like the best. And like, then I also added order blocks and stuff, and at the moment I am pretty happy with everything. I mean, I am also quite happy with the June and July, how they turned out, like, based on the trades I posted, right? Because it was pretty much just this strategy. But yeah, I feel like that July, later in July, that strategy, I became better at it, and like in August maybe a little bit better, but I don't know, like, we'll see when August is done what the data will say. Right now I think, I'm not sure, like, don't take my word for it, but the stats for now are this. Let me the trades I posted. I'm not sure about the cancelled ones, and the active ones should be 0, and pending one should be 0. So yeah, 3 TPs and 6 TPs and 3 stops based on this strategy. Right now we are together. What do you mean by that? I mean, we are together on the stream, but I'm not sure about what exactly. Like, I don't know which part are you referring to. About a Bitcoin long, you think? Or like, yeah, I'm guessing you're talking about that. Okay. About my strategy, like, yeah, I'm confused now. Sorry. Like the part when I said that like it's getting better, or that I'm not sure if it works. Yeah, no problem, you're welcome. Should we do like more streams like this? Not so much like just looking for setups and charts, but like more maybe focused on explaining stuff, and yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm down. Yeah, for sure, like try what I explained today. I will upload it to YouTube, so like you can just rewatch those parts, and like of course you can just like ask me anytime, like if it's right or stuff. I mean, don't think like I know everything like 100%, so I'm still trying to be better. But yeah, love to help always. Okay guys, let's end it here. Thanks for coming, tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, we'll see you in the chat and later.